You guys know what happened. We got to witness another masterclass performance from Max Verstappen at the 2025 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And I actually enjoyed watching it so much in real life that I thought, why don't we try and recreate that brilliance in F1 Clash? And the first caveat with that obviously is that in F1 Clash, you can't start from the pit lane. So here are the rules for the challenge. Rule number 1, because I can't start from the pit lane, I need to qualify in the last 4 positions. Last position would be ideal, that's like extra bonus points, but anything in the last 4 I'm gonna count. And rule number 2, I need to finish on the podium. I'm gonna try to finish P3 to keep it as realistic as possible, but if I finish P2 or P1, I'll also accept the challenge as completed. So, having said that, let's head into F1 Clash. Okay, so now we're in F1 Clash, but before we head into the first race, with a challenge like this, basically the most important thing is the setup. And with the setup, we need to answer 3 crucial questions. The first question being, with which Max Verstappen do we actually race? Because of course in F1 Clash we have several versions of him, but I only unlocked the common version from Series 5 and the rare version from Series 9. I'm not sure with which one the challenge is going to be easier, but I'm probably going to start with the Series 9 version because if we take a look at his stats, his best stat is his defending stat. Actually, his second best stat is the qualifying stat, which is not going to make this challenge any easier, but I mean, it's realistic. He is usually really good at qualifying, just not at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. But because he's good at defending, that actually brings me to question 2, and that's which series do we race in? And that's why I'm thinking about testing the Series 9 version of him, because in Series 9, all track stats, or all tracks that we race at in Series 9, have the defending stat as the important track stat. So I'm probably going to give Series 9 my first go, and that brings me to the third question that we need to answer. What's the car setup? So this is the car that I usually race with in Series 9, but of course it's optimized for maximum performance and not for poor qualifying, but still decent performance. So luckily the qualifying stat isn't too strong already at this point, but now I'm going to try and make the qualifying even worse while sacrificing as little car performance as possible, because of course we still need a good car to then, if we qualify bad, finish on the podium. So I'm going to do some tinkering and let's see what I come up with for this first test.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so this is the car that I came up with for this first test. I actually didn't change that much. I just switched out 2 components that had a worse qualifying stat but didn't sacrifice too much of the other stats. I could still make the qualifying even worse if, for example, I take a different front wing, but then you can see I would be sacrificing a lot of the other stats, especially cornering, which is most of the time important in Series 9. So I'm going to give this a shot, see how bad we actually qualify. I mean, qualifying 87 for Series 9 is not good, so maybe it already works. And as drivers, obviously Max Verstappen, but then the second driver is also important. I went with Russell because I need a driver that qualifies in front of Max Verstappen, but then finishes behind him in the race. And there I think Russell should be perfect. So yeah, that's the setup for the first race. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we're in the first race. Sadly at Monza, it's the only track in Series 9 where speed is the important stat, and I did not optimize for that. But let's see where I qualify. Do I qualify bad enough? 22! Okay, so the qualifying stat seems to be bad enough. That's already super important. 22 is in the last 4 positions, that counts. So I'm pretty sure that ultimately for this challenge, I will have to use a very strong boost for Max Verstappen, but for now, I'm not going to use a boost to just see where he ends up. I'm not expecting much now at Monza because my car is not optimized for speed, it's optimized for cornering. So to get a feel for this, let's see how many positions he'll make up in the race without any boosts in Series 9. Poor race start already, so that's not going to help. Let's see how the first couple corners go. So far not so great, right? Russell, I don't necessarily want to push him so that ideally he would finish behind Max, but I'm pretty sure that this race is not going to be the one where I finish on the podium. So far still in P22, not making up any positions. Yeah, that poor race start is really showing. Still P22, still pushing maybe this corner, you can do some overtakes. Yeah, okay, 2 positions gained. But yeah, As I said, no boost and car not optimized for this track, so not expecting much. I'm gonna finish this race and then let's see how many positions I gained. Okay, we're in lap 9 and in the last couple corners, and yeah, as you can see, we made it up all the way to P10, which, considering that this is the worst track that I could have gotten for my car, I'm actually positively surprised by that. No, didn't, oh, even P9, okay. Didn't use a boost. And Russell did his job of qualifying in front of Max and then finishing far behind him. So actually with a P9, that's pretty good, all things considered. So maybe Series 9 and the rare Max Verstappen, this challenge could be possible. But I'm gonna see if some other series are even better.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, so that first race actually already looked really promising, so I feel like this setup in Series 9, it could work, and maybe we'll head back to that. But I do want to give Series 8 a try, because he is a Series 9 driver after all, so if we manage to make him qualify bad enough in Series 8, then maybe making up those positions would be a lot easier. And in Series 8, the car stat isn't cornering, it's speed, so I came up with a different car setup. And you can see qualifying is now down to 71. I feel like that has to be enough to qualify in the last 4, even in Series 8. And took a couple points away from cornering and tried to keep as much as I could in speed while still having a poor qualifying. So yeah, this is the setup for the second test in Series 8 with the same drivers. So let's see how that goes, if it's any easier or worse than Series 9. Oh, and quickly, the reason I also want to give Series 8 a try is because we do have 2 defending stats here, so Miami and the Red Bull Ring. So if I get those, that would be amazing. Overtaking at Azerbaijan, his overtaking skill is okay. Worst scenario would be Jeddah. So let's hope I don't get Jeddah. Let's see. Oh, come on. It's Jeddah. That can't be. Okay, we're not getting lucky here at the beginning of this challenge, but still the question is his qualifying even bad enough? And then let's see again how his performance is at the worst possible track. 20! It is the last... No, it's not the last 4, right. Crap. Okay, so we still need to work on that qualifying stat, but still, let's give Series 8 a try, even at the worst track, and see how it plays out. Yeah, you would really want a 1-stop, and I would give him a tire management boost, but for this test, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, again, let's see how many positions I gain without any boosts. Okay, let's see. What is his race start in Series 8? Okay, at least it's not poor. In Series 9, it was average. It was poor. Here it's slow. Okay, right, I don't want to push Russell. I want to let Verstappen overtake him. If he can. He is on the hard tire. Okay, so I'm going to try my best here, but qualifying P20 is a bit worrying. Like, sure, there is always a bit of luck. Or in my case, I want bad luck. So with that car, if I tried a couple times, for sure I could qualify in the last 4 positions. But yeah, if I need to make the qualifying even worse, I'm not sure how we do that. So far not looking good for Series 8, but let's see where I finish, if I can make up more positions than in Series 9. Okay, we're again in the last lap, and you can see it, Max Verstappen is in P7. And keep in mind that is at the worst track that he could get in Series 8. So that's why I feel like Series 8 could work. I didn't boost him. It was the worst possible track. We finished 2 positions higher than we did in Series 9. Of course, we qualified in P20, not P22. So I'm not sure if I should give Series 8 another try or head back to Series 9. Let's see. Can I make the qualifying even worse without sacrificing too much speed? Wow, the quantum suspension is super strong. No, that's all horrible. I need a worse qualifying, and I need DRS. I can't sacrifice DRS. Can I not unupgrade a part? Difficult, man. I think I'm gonna do this. Losing also a lot of power unit. Power unit helps for overtaking, I feel like, at least. But now my qualifying stat is a lot worse, so that should be enough to give Series 8 another shot and hopefully qualify in the last 4 positions. And let's hope that we don't get Azerbaijan. Sorry, no, Azerbaijan is good. Let's hope that we don't get Jeddah. And now, let's head back into Series 8 If we qualify bad enough, I will boost him, and then this could maybe already be the round where I manage to get to the podium. I'll only do it if I don't get Jeddah. Oh, Miami! Miami, really strong, great for defending, great for, needs the defending stat. Oh, it's raining, hopefully it won't rain in the race. It's not a long race though, that's a bit of an issue, didn't think about that. Only 6 laps, but let's see where he qualifies. P22, not the bonus points for last position, but that's bad enough. And in the race it's dry, okay. Okay, Russell, I don't care about you, you can go on the hard. Now, boost, defending and speed. Difficult, very difficult. I don't have a lot there. Rainbow, of course, but I don't want to use that. I only have 7 of that. I also don't have a lot of Tulip, but I feel like that is a good choice. It is good at defending and also really good at speed. The medium tire is hopefully enough for 3 laps to do a 1-stop. Okay, maybe this is already the attempt. Not going to push Russell. Let's focus on Max Verstappen here. Qualified in the last 4 positions. Poor race start. Yeah, it's not a race start boost. If this doesn't work, that could be an option to try it with a race start boost. So maybe defending and race start and not speed. But let's see. Maybe you can still pull it off. I mean, it's not all about the first lap. So currently a bit underwhelming, just P17. I'm actually going to not push him on this kind of straight. Now push into these corners here. But P14 is already looking a lot better, and we do have DRS. Sadly, don't have a lot of power units, so that's already running out here. And looks like I got a decent rival. I'm actually going to conserve on this straight because I don't have DRS. We tested that in the past in the Mythbuster episode, and it's actually worth it. Pushing the corner. Can we do an overtake? Ah, sadly not. My rival. He didn't boost, so that's also important. Like, if I can beat my rival, that's 2 positions gained. But of course, even if my rival finishes P1 and P2, I do have a chance to still finish on the podium. Then I would need to beat all the bots. Okay, energy is empty. We're in P12. Looking like it's still possible. Just like Max Verstappen in the race at Sao Paulo. He didn't give up. He kept pushing. He kept trying. And actually went on an interesting tire strategy. I wonder so much what would have happened if he would have stayed out on the medium tire. At least then Lando and Kimi Antonelli would have had to overtake him. But now we're up to P8 after using DRS. I'm actually going to completely leave Russell alone. I don't care about him. Up to P7. That's looking strong. We're gaining positions here quicker than Max Verstappen in the real race. So yeah, I would have really liked to... And right, need to pit this lap. Going medium again. Overtook our rival. Awesome. So much is happening. I can't even talk about the real race. I wonder what would have happened if he would have actually stayed out, and at least we would have got those 2 duels. But I get that he went for the more risky, more aggressive strategy on the soft. He was very close to getting P2. Sadly couldn't get that P1, probably because of his puncture. I'm not going to try and simulate that here in F1 Clash. And maybe we're up to P4. We're up to P4. In the first stint, I think this is it. I think this is going to be the race where we already do it. If that's the case, then... All right, Russell. No, you can do another lap. Okay. I do want to pit him. I don't want to completely neglect him like that. So, yeah. As soon as Russell here... Let's pit you. Okay. Now, where was I? All right. I'm not going to simulate the puncture here. Okay, we're up to P4. We're fighting against the podium now. This is already the podium position against Russell. Oh, my God. It's like the real race. And we did it. Not into the corner, but we got it. And Russell actually already lost P3. Okay, podium position. I don't see how we're going to lose that. This was, I don't want to celebrate too early, but if we actually keep P3, this was a lot easier than my Hulkenberg challenge, where I tried to recreate Hulkenberg's from, what was it, P19 to podium. So Max Verstappen, not only brilliant in the real world, but also brilliant in F1 Clash. Even if you give him the worst possible qualifying car and a slight boost, he can still make it up to the podium position. And I feel like going in Series 8 was the right choice. This track is amazing. And of course, as a Series 9 driver, he has the upper hand. So now, I don't know. I mean, staying in P3 would be more realistic. And if I conserve, I feel like I could do that. But no, screw that. Screw the rules. Come on, let's try and go P1, baby. But yeah, it's looking good, maybe. P2 is definitely on the table. And there's P1. I think that's even better. Come on. I mean, for the challenge, I know what I said at the beginning, but I feel like this is even better. I know P3 would have been more realistic. I feel like if I would have conserved, we could have kept P3, but hey, P1. So we went from P22, not that bonus point for last place, but still super bad qualifying, and made it all the way to P1. Look at him. Oh my god. Sadly, I don't have the Red Bull skin. I would have loved to use that for this challenge. Maybe that will actually still come. I don't think it came this season. And now on the final straight, he can't even use DRS because he is in first position and is now gonna finish with a huge margin in P1. Max Verstappen from P22 to the podium. And in real life from pit lane to podium. So yeah, that was my attempt of recreating this. So yeah, I guess that's been it for today. The challenge is completed after only 3 attempts, but Series 8 just worked brilliantly and Max Verstappen did his thing. As I said, it was a lot easier than recreating Hülkenberg's first podium, so if you haven't seen that, you can go check it out right here. And besides that, let me know your thoughts on Max Verstappen's masterclass performance at Sao Paulo. Did you enjoy watching it just as much as I did? Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Well, out.